Hi everyone, we're on one of the most important topics today, not even in light of the pandemic, it's just a really important topic for business owners, and it is financial and cash flow management. I promised that I was going to put a template together for you guys to input your figures into to help you plan over the coming months, particularly if you don't have a professional advisor who understands your business intimately to help you put it together. So here's the template. I'm going to go through a video tutorial with you and show you how it all works. Okay, hopefully the sound in this video is okay and that you can actually make out what I'm saying. So this is a basic forecast document that I've put together, and as you can see down here it has two tabs. It has one for the profit and loss, which is also known as the statement of financial performance in your annual accounts, and it has another one called cash flow. So we'll move on to cash flow in a moment, but first I'm going to start with the profit and loss. This will look a little bit different to the way that your annual financial reports look, because obviously we're in Microsoft Excel here, whereas the financial reports that are prepared by your accountant are normally in a PDF format and a lot tidier than a spreadsheet. Having said that, putting together a profit and loss forecast can be really helpful to see how your net profit is going to be impacted by events that happen within the business throughout the financial year. As you can see across the top here, we have the months broken down, and then on the left hand side here we have income, cost of sales, gross profit, expenses, a little space for depreciation here, and then net profit before tax. For the purpose of this forecast, I have left depreciation in there, although you may wish to leave it blank. The grey cells are the cells that you fill out with data. For example, you may have 3 different sales channels. One may be online sales, one may be projects. It could be anything. It's going to depend on the nature of your business. Fill these out accordingly. Online sales, April 2020, maybe $20,000. Special projects might be $7,000. As you can see, the spreadsheet starts to complete itself with the totals and the gross profit. Once you start entering your costs of sales, so that may be, for example, payment services fees for taking online payments. That may end up being $200. That then goes through and automatically calculates your gross profit and gross profit percentage. You'll know best how to complete these items here because they're the expenses that are incurred by your business on a day-to-day basis. And if you're really unsure about how to complete this, fill it out with your accountant. They'll be more than happy to help. I'll show you some examples so you can see how the net profit before tax is arrived at the bottom. Now you can see that these items are being tallied up both here for the month of April and over here the total of that line for the year. Let's move on to cash flow. This tab includes GST. That's a really important distinguishing difference between the profit and loss and the cash flow forecast. The reason why the cash flow forecast includes GST is because it's designed to track the actual cash payments that are coming in and out of your bank account. In the case of GST, most of you will be making payments every 2 months. Wouldn't it be great if you can predict how much GST you're going to be paying? Well, that's what this document enables you to do. I've already put some figures in here so that you can see how the spreadsheet works. Much like the profit and loss, all of your sales, cost of sales and expenses are down here, and all of the totals for each line are over here. All of the months for the 2021 financial year are up the top, and there are some formulas that calculate automatically throughout the spreadsheet. So let's take a look now. We've put these sales in, including GST. We've put some nominal expenses in. Let's put some in there for May. As you can see, the expenses have been classified into tax deductible expenses and non-tax deductible expenses. The way that I've set this up is that all the expenses subject to GST are up here, and any expenses that are not subject to GST are down here. Please keep in mind that these are going to vary depending on the way that your business is set up and the nature of the expenses that you incur. The GST on your income and on your expenses is automatically calculated down here. As you can see, for April and May, for this particular imaginary company, the GST payable is $6,619 and GST receivable $525. So that means a net GST movement or a GST bill of just over $6,000. This cell here tells you what your net surplus or deficit is for the month after your income, your cost of sales, and all of your expenses, as well as your GST payment. The only thing that this doesn't include are other outgoings, such as loan repayments or other cash coming into the business. This could, for example, be a new loan that's drawn down, which is going to be the case for many of you under the Business Finance Guarantee Scheme. The bottom line shows us the moral of the story. If you insert your opening bank balance into this cell here for the 1st of April, as well as all the data for what you predict April and May and even June is going to look like under the pandemic, it will give you a clear picture of what's going to happen to your cash balance. Obviously, the figures I've used here are completely made up and are absolutely not reflective of a business. As you can see, a 93% gross profit margin, which would be almost impossible to achieve. But the main point is it's going to give you some predictability around what your bank balance is going to be at the end of the month. Doing this enables you to plan. If you can see that your bank balance is going down, that means something is going to need to change within the business if you don't have enough savings in the bank. This could be the reason why you apply for the loan under the Business Finance Guarantee Scheme so that you can get an additional cash injection to bolster any losses. You can see why having a cash flow forecast is so important now more than ever. It should be a working document that you're looking at every other day in order to really keep tabs on what's happening within your business in the changing environment that we're working in at the moment. If you're still uncomfortable about completing it, or if the nature or size of your business really exceeds the scope of that template, after all, I have made it to suit as many smaller businesses as possible, certainly reach out to your accountant, I can't stress that enough, or someone else who knows your business well, or a professional consultant like myself who can help you interpret these numbers as well as put them together in the first place. You're welcome to send me a message anytime with any of your business questions and I may answer them in a future video, or I can provide you with one-on-one assistance. You know where I am, and I'll see you next time.